안녕하세요 여러분, Tony입니다. Hello everyone, it's Tony. So today we are being blessed with a very special treat from Riot Games because they are releasing finally the concept video, essentially a music video for I'll Show You. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, KDA has released a new album, their first ever album titled All Out, and the last track on the entire album is titled I'll Show You, which featured none other than the girls of TWICE. Yes, TWICE, Sana, Nayeon, Jio, as well as Chaeyoung are featured on this track. So it's a really cool, like, big collaboration between KDA and also TWICE, and I'm really excited for it. And we have actually reacted to this song in the past already when it first came out. And if you want to go check out that or even more, which happens to be the title track for the entire year of like League of Legends for KDA, I'll leave it all linked in the description down below. Hopefully you guys will give it a check out after this video. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. This is going to be KDA's I'll Show You. Jinbi, ready? She check. Alrighty, let's get to it. Ooh. Gonna maybe go for like reminisce of like the good old days of KDA maybe? Yeah. Like, I remember mentioning this when I did the actual review of the actual song. It's like kind of like a retro-y kind of like vibe. I liked how kind of they had like a rocket ship, I think I mentioned. I'm not sure, but like it definitely has a different sound than the rest of the KDA songs. So it makes a lot of sense that they're doing it like a reminisce type of vibe. Yeah, so it's like kind of thinking about the back days. It almost feels like you're kind of like in it's like those Disney movies, you know, when they like get really famous and everything, but then they like think about it's like all the fame kind of like got to them, and then they like look back on like what their friends were doing. It feels kind of like that. Nayeon? I like that. I like Nayeon's part right there. Okay, so we're seeing like Ahri's progression to becoming a KDA pop star. Like, in my personal opinion, I feel like having this music video just kind of like adds something to the song, because when I first heard the song I was like, oh, it's pretty nice, it's pretty good, but like having the music video just like adds an extra like dimension to the song. It makes it just feel so much more special and feels it like makes almost like relatable to a sense. It adds like just more depth. I like even the filter. It makes it kind of like very kind of like grainy, like old school-esque. Really telling a story. I like it. I believe you guys told me this was Chaeyoung. One of them is that? Wow, the animation's really nice. I'll show you what I'm made of. Ears, oh. So it's definitely kind of like just showing off like the idea of just yourself once you become like who you are, kind of like what you've achieved, and like kind of like now it's like, oh, what have I become? Like looking back on things, did I give up certain things to get to where I am now? Like fears, like doubt. It's interesting though because the song is so vibrant, but it feels like this could go for like a darker tone song, like the music video. Sana! I like how they're flashing the lyrics throughout the whole music video. The animation, I can't say good enough things. It's so nice. It's so impressive. Ooh, show you what I'm made of. Wow, she's like coming out of the flower, coming out of the cage. Oh, is this like Ahri doing like a solo maybe career? Ooh, I think that was yeah, that was Nayeon. A little flare. Starting off, this is like KDA Ahri before the KDA. This is just Ahri. Honestly, it's a cool progression because we're seeing kind of like at the beginning we show them as like where they are now, KDA. So you have Akali, you got Kaisa, Seraphine, Ahri, and then Evelynn, Eve. So that like now that's KDA who they are, big people. But then throughout the song we see kind of like this idea of like Ahri kind of like reminiscing on like where she came from, where she was originally as being like the original Ahri, like just before she became big, and you know where she was. And I think the whole overall feel of the song with the music video gives it kind of like that Disney movie-esque vibe where like you know they get very famous and then they like look back on their entire progression and they think about it. It's like how the demons that were in their head trying to combat them, and now it makes a lot of sense how the tone of the song is a bit more brighter because it's like I will show you, I'm going to prove to you that I can make it in this industry, that I will make it big. And Ahri obviously from this story made it big because she's now part of KDA, and that's a really cool story, and I think that a lot of people can kind of like relate to it or at least understand like what the music video is trying to show. And again, I do feel like this music video adds an extra dimension and more like complexity and makes you understand better the entire song, because when you just listen to the song you have a rough idea that it is very nice sounding and everything, but you don't have like that extra dimension of just like what the story is behind it. And I like how they added this extra concept of the story, and it kind of like really makes my overall appreciation for the song that much more and that much greater. And overall, as I mentioned, the Twice girls absolutely killed it. They were amazing. I loved having them on a KDA track, and hopefully here's to many more collabs in the future with KDA and Twice, and maybe possibly everybody, like the whole 9 group together in KDA. That'd be really cool to see. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And if you want to go check out my actual full like more analytical approach to this song, I'll leave it linked in the description box below, as well as the baddest and more from KDA. So hopefully you guys do check it out. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye.